It's Coast to Coast with Mike, your host. It's the YouTube show that helps you cash in most. His track record's phenom, his cashing rate is the bomb, and it's all brought to you by RacingDudes.com. And now, the host of your show, Mike Somich.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Coast to Coast for June 24th, 2018, also known as Santa Anita's closing day. I'm your host, Mike Somich, and I'm excited about the three-day carryover that I think is going to get to between $3 and $4 million in the Pick Six. Now, I know there's a lot of people who don't play the Pick Six out there, and I want to quickly explain why I think it's important to play it today. First off, it's essentially a zero takeout day. You have $600,000 in this pool over here, and even if there's another $2.4 million bet into this one, the aggregate pool has zero takeout because that $600,000 replaces the $600,000 that's being pulled out from the Santa Anita takeout. Additionally, on these days, you're going to have syndicates bet massive tickets. I'm talking $10,000, $15,000. So if you want to play a ticket that's $24, $36, $72, and you're able to hit it, you're going to get paid exponentially more than you should. If it goes 6 straight favorites, the payout will actually be significantly better than you'd expect because, yeah, a lot of people have it, but all of this dead money from these big tickets, the $15,000 ticket that has every favorite, only has every favorite once, which means that there's $14,898 dead in that ticket. Whereas, the $24 ticket hits it and only has $22 dead. So it's important to look at factors like that when you're playing into days like this. You're going to see a massive payout today. It will pay out thousands of dollars regardless of what the outcome is. And so it's important to get involved, even if it's just for $24. Just take what you'd bet over those 6 races and put it into this pool instead, and you have a chance to actually hit a big-time score. So I think it's really important to be playing there. You've also got some great racing today from Belmont. Canterbury Park was amazing yesterday. I'm sad that Ascot's over, but we'll get over it. And I'm looking forward to Saratoga. We are now, I believe it's just about 4 weeks away from Saratoga, which is absolutely incredible. All right, guys, without further ado, let's go coast to coast and head out to Belmont.
East Coast.
All right, let's kick it off with the 7th race over at Belmont. It's a 7-furlong state-bred stakes race for $100,000. It's an interesting running because you've got a lot of horses that have been on the dirt running in these state-bred stakes races, and then you've got some turf horses that are kind of coming in from a bunch of different areas. I think it sets up well to really focus on a couple horses here and maybe even get a price home. I'm going to go to the 10 horse, Goodbye Broccoli. I think this is a really interesting horse for a couple reasons. First off, it broke its maiden sprinting at Belmont over the turf as a 2-year-old, and then this is its 3rd race as a 3-year-old. If you look at the first start, it came back, ran a pretty good race. The last start, it really took a step forward, hitting that Belmont turf again, and now it's cutting back into a stakes-bred company. I like the fact that it ran an 80 buyer last time out. I'm a little nervous that Saez is going to the 5 Mentality, who's going to be my second pick here, but I still like the fact that you get Jose Ortiz Jr. on it, and I do think that this horse is going to be able to take another step forward. I think the distance will be good. Now onto the 5 Mentality. I'm a little concerned about this horse. I think it's probably a little soft here for the simple reason that when it won its last race, it ran at very fast times. You see it's 108 for 6 furlongs, 120 for 7. And this horse ran on a day where the Belmont turf was just playing fast and speed was holding. So the 5 horse, I think, is definitely a threat here, but there's a lot of dirt speed that's coming into this race as well. So it's not going to have have an easy time up front, and you're going to get a lot of horses that are ready to run at it. And the turf is playing, in my mind, after watching the last couple of days, more to closers than it was earlier in this meet. So I'm a little more concerned that someone's going to be able to run on. And I actually think the 12 horse coming out of that same race, Kiersey, has a very good chance of turning the tables today. So I'm going to be playing Kiersey on top with the 10 and this 5 as well on my exotic bets, because this horse came from way back last time. It was able to close into that 120 time, which I think is really impressive and hard to do. You get Jose Ortiz back up, which I think is great. And you'll notice this is the 3rd time with David Donk. You saw improvement last time out. It's going to have to take another step forward to be able to win, but I do think that this is a pretty good spot for it. In the 4th place hole, and the other horse that I'm going to be playing in my pick 4s, I'm going to go to the 6 horse Pure Silver. So Pure Silver is interesting here because it's a Velasquez Pletcher horse, 8-1 morning line. Really hasn't shown much and been beaten by a lot of these horses, but it's been beaten on the dirt. And I think that's one of the key factors here. The sire, Mission Implausible, has actually done well on the turf. You'll see another Mission Implausible here in this race, actually. And the last 2 workouts have been very good over the turf course. So if you look at specifically the 1-2 back, it was able to bullet at the Saratoga turf course, 48 seconds for 4 furlongs around the dogs. that's a really good workout, especially for a horse who's never really touched the turf in his racing career. So I do think that the 6 has a pretty good shot here to do something as well. For my $10 bets, I'm going to play a $1 trifecta. I'm going to play the 10 over the 5, 6, 12. That'll cost $6. And then I'm going to play a 50-cent trifecta with the 5, 10 over the 5, 6, 10, 12, which will cost $4. I'm going to be playing the multi-race bets here with all 4 of these horses. I think any really does have a chance to win. I think you get creative there. So for me, I like the 10 horse, and then the 5, the 12, and the 6.
West Coast.
All right, now let's take a look at the 7th race from Santa Anita. It's a 1-mile event. It's a $25,000 handicap on the turf. And I'm picking this race out because it is going to be a single for me in the pick 6. I mentioned this a couple episodes ago. Sometimes you just got to take the money. And I think in this case, Vasilika is one of those situations where you just have to take the money. She's beaten 2 of these horses before in Miss Boom Boom and Melissa Jane. Both of them I think are going to run well today. And you got Quebec coming in as well. But I really want to focus on Vasilika here. Since going to Hollendorfer Barn, she ran second once and has won 3 times. Flavian Pratt's back up. He's going to win the jockey championship at Santa Anita for this meet, so you know you've got good connections there. And she's just in great form. This is a good spot for her. She's dropping in class, even though she is facing some that she's faced before. There's really only 3 other horses in here that I think have any other shot. So I think that as long as she runs back to where she's been running, she's a pretty clear standout here, and she is going to be a single for me. The second place horse, I'm going to go to Melissa Jane. If you look at her races, she came to the U.S., ran really well first time out, going 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf, ran into Vasilika and ran second. I don't like the move shorting her up, going to 6.5 furlongs. I like the fact that she's stretching back out, so I'm almost drawing a line through the last race for her. If I did use another horse, she would be the one I'd use. I think she has the most right to improve out of the other horses in this race, and she will have to improve to get to Vasilika. That to me is the big thing. You have pretty much known quantities here, and all of them would have to improve to beat Vasilika. For third place, I'm going to go to Quebec, who's making that same drop from the $62,000 optional down to this $25,000 handicap. I think that it's a good position for third or fourth again, but again, I don't think that she can make that jump up to really compete for the win. Fourth, I'm going to go to the inside and Miss Boom Boom. I think that Miss Boom Boom's a clear-cut third or fourth here. I actually really like the single race bets. I'm going to play a $2 trifecta, and I'm just going to play 4-6 over 1-8 with Quebec, and that's going to cost me $8. And then I'm going to play just a simple $1 trifecta, 6 over 4 over 1-8. So the total of $10. I'll be singling in the pick 6 here. I may consider going too deep depending on how everything else goes, but I really do think Vasilika is a standout. I think going too deep in the pick 5 to kind of cover yourself late is the way to go. Good luck, everybody, today. I hope you get into this Santa Anita pool. I'll put my ticket up once we get it going, and hopefully you can play along with me. If you don't, and we cash something today, it's going to be a great Sunday. I'll be back on Thursday with Coast to Coast again, talking about the weekend recap here. I hope that everyone has a good one.
Thanks for watching Coast to Coast, brought to you by RacingDudes.com. I was your host, Mike Samich. You can follow me on Twitter at Samobomb18, and you can follow the Racing Dudes at Racing_Dudes. Head over to RacingDudes.com for all the latest news, articles, free picks, and premium selections. Don't forget to check out the podcast, Blinkers Off, available twice a week on iTunes, SoundCloud, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.